Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I wanted to walk you through 3 subtle things absolutely killing your results inside of Google Ads. Now, I see this in a lot of accounts where, when I say a lot, I mean like 90% of the actual accounts, where the results are seeing such substantial decreases in sales and lead quality that it can absolutely ruin your account. So in today's video, I wanted to walk you through these 3 things that really you need to make sure you're not making these mistakes in order to have a very good account. Because if you are, it's not going to be good for you long term. Now, moving forward, these 3 things are really about making sure we're having high quality leads into our business, or we're picking up the phone, the people on the other end of the phone or on the email actually want to talk to us, as opposed to people who are just window shopping. They don't really care. They're like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. We want people in the market to buy. We don't want people that just really don't care, because they waste our time and they waste our money, which is not somewhere we want to be. So without further ado, let's get into it and start with number 1. The first thing that is absolutely killing results is using improper keywords with a low buying intent. And what I mean by this is low buying intent keywords are very vague. So say we were doing towing, we're in a towing service. If we were targeting the word tow or towing, that's a very vague keyword. We don't know exactly what the person means on the other end of the screen when our ad appears for this. It could mean they are looking indeed for a towing service that, we can offer, but it could also mean they're just looking for a company that does towing, maybe pictures of a towing truck. I don't know, but I'm not exactly sure what these people are looking for, but it's not a very great indicator that these people are in the market to actually purchase from us. Now, if we compare that to a keyword like emergency towing services near us, that's a very large discrepancy that goes, oh, okay, this person is actually looking for this specific service, and there's a very good likelihood that they are going to purchase from us as soon as they actually type in this keyword and they see our ad. So this is the high buying intent versus low buying intent. And if we can make sure we're going after these high buying intent keywords, by the way, high buying intent keywords generally referred to as long tail keywords. Now I'm going to put up a couple examples on screen, and really this is a pretty basic thing. Most people get this intuitively. I just released a video on keyword research that shows you how to exactly find these good keywords. And really, if you're not familiar with this is a video you should check out. It will help you out quite a bit. But buying intent is super important, and it will make or break your account. So please make sure when you're creating a Google Ads campaign, at least a search campaign or a call only campaign, you are going after words with high buying intent. Otherwise, you're going to experience low quality leads, low quality calls, and just a waste of money when it comes to ad spend, and just an overall waste in ad spend, because you're just not going to see the results you want to get. And while I'm on the topic of keywords having high buying intent, another thing that we need to look for is to make sure we're using the correct match type. If we're not using the correct match type, this could spell disaster for us, because if we're using broad match when we should be using exact match, one, the optimization process is just going to take so much longer because you're going to have so many search terms to look through for actually adding negatives. And the other part of this is you're going to be appearing for absolutely everything under the sun when it comes to broad match as opposed to phrase or exact match. So what I highly recommend doing, if you're getting a lot of calls or leads that are very low quality and you're like, listen, these people aren't even interested in what I have to offer, taking your account and generally increasing the strictness of your match type. So this could mean moving from broad match to phrase match, or from phrase match to exact match. And essentially what this is going to do is tell Google, hey, I don't want to be bidding on absolutely everything. I want to make sure the actual keywords people are typing in are very closely related to the keywords I want to appear for. I don't want to give you a super wide net to cast. This is something that is very important to me, and I need you to either put it in phrase or exact match. This will help out a ton when it comes to reducing low quality leads. So this is something super important. You can't overlook this. And I see so many accounts, they add 200 or 300 keywords all in broad match, and then when they get poor results, they may be getting really low cost per leads, but the issue is the leads themselves are just terrible and they don't want them because they're wasting so much time. So again, that's something I see quite often, so please don't make that mistake. The second mistake you could be making is not doing search term analysis and adding negatives on a regular basis. What I see so often is I'll go into accounts and they will either have 0 negatives added or maybe 10 to 100 negatives added, and then they never touch it again. The issue with this is if you're not looking through your search terms report, at least on a weekly basis, you're going to be appearing for keywords that you don't want to appear for. even if you're using the strictest match type, that being exact match, Google still has a pretty decent sized net, so there are going to be keywords you appear for that you don't want to pop up. It is extremely important to go into your search terms report, scroll through it, and find the keywords that are not relevant to you. So say we were doing towing service. If we scroll through our search term analysis and we see towing services looking to hire or tow company looking to hire, that's not a keyword we want to be bidding on, and we need to add it to our negative list. Now, I highly recommend adding your negatives either at the account level or the campaign level. If you add it to the ad group level, it gets a bit confusing and you have to add it to multiple ad groups normally. So I would stay away from adding it to the ad group level. Either campaign or account level is generally best. And then you don't have to keep re-entering all these negatives, saves you a whole bunch of time and makes your life a whole bunch easier. But by adding these negatives, your ads are no longer going to appear for search terms that are not relevant to your business and will save you a great deal of time when it comes to Google Ads. Now, the final massive mistake I see when it comes to Google Ads and really just destroying results overall, and I've seen several companies do this, I've worked with several companies who have done this, is not returning their emails quickly enough or their phone calls quick enough. And there's a great report, and you can literally Google this online anywhere, and slow response times really hurt business. And what happens is, and this is a report from Vesta, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, so sorry guys, but they did a report. It showed that after 5 minutes, your odds of qualifying a lead have already decreased by 80%, which is massive, meaning more than likely you're just not going to close this individual at all. So what happens is your ability to actually generate money from this lead, even though the lead may have come from a good keyword with a good match type and you've done your search term analysis, you just didn't respond to the lead quick enough and they left, they found someone else, or they're just not interested anymore. And this is something that needs to be dealt with. Now, how do we actually deal with this? And it's not that difficult. A lot of people overlook how simple automation can be. You could set up a email autoresponder. So as soon as someone emails you with their details, you could email back with possibly a calendar invite or respond to them just saying, hey, what's the issue? How can we help? Is there a good time to talk with you? Just so it feels like they're immediately talking to you. And yeah, maybe the next email might take 10 or 15 minutes for you to get back because you just saw the email now, but it's better than nothing. So please institute some type of automated response. You could also use a program like Calendly. I absolutely love Calendly. We use it here. If they had an affiliate program, I would definitely advertise for them, but they don't. So that's unfortunate, but I absolutely love Calendly. It's a wonderful program and it allows your customer to book themselves in for a meeting automatically. You don't have to be there. They just go in, they click the time they want to book in, they add their email, they add their phone number, and then they just hit submit and they're good to go. They book themselves in for a meeting and they can talk to you. This is a great way of automating your entire process and saves you a whole bunch of time. Now, the other aspect of this is maybe we've dealt with the emails, but how do we deal with the phone calls? Because that's very difficult to deal with. Like, if someone doesn't want to pick up the phone and talk to their customer, and I see this a lot with small business owners, they're busy, they've had a long day, like they just don't feel like it. Like, another call, I don't even know who is on the actual phone call, I don't want to talk to them, I'll just decline it. Well, the issue with that is now you're making the actual prospective customer wait. That's going to kill your odds of actually selling to them, and that's not somewhere we want to be. So one of my friends actually came up with a great idea, and it's called Call Screen, and essentially what it allows you to do is screen every single call. So essentially, I'll actually pick up my phone here, and I'll actually show an image on the screen. When your phone rings, you can actually just decline the call, and now you'll be saying, now I definitely am not going to close this client. But no. What Call Screen does is it sends it to an automated voicemail, and it sounds just like a human, and it says, hey, I'm so-and-so's assistant, who's calling and how can I help you? And you say, hey, it's Mike from, Tradesman Digital Marketing, or it's Matt from Tradesman Digital Marketing. And essentially what this does is it transcribes everything, and it sends me, the actual person receiving this phone call, a little text message, and I'll put it up on screen now, and it says exactly what this person is saying. And if you want to pick up the phone, you can either accept or reject this, and it's super awesome because if it's a spam call, you can completely get rid of it, you don't have to answer to it, but if it's a prospective client, you want to answer that, and you want to be quick about it. So this is a great little tool. I'll leave the link down below. I think it's absolutely awesome. I've been using this now for about a month. I think it's fantastic. And for small business owners or anyone who doesn't really want to deal with spam calls and the headache of, cold calls and stuff like that, this is a great way to avoid all of that and just make your life so much easier. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out below. But it definitely saves you a whole bunch of time and will make your life inside Google Ads a lot easier. Now that is it for this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to get back to it. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, and I wish you all well. Also, if you haven't checked out the optimization checklist down below, check it out. It's awesome. Definitely do that. It'll save you a whole bunch of time and it'll make your life easier. See you guys later. I'm out.